What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Kid Taj, and today I thought I would do another prediction video for the 2016-17 NBA season that is upcoming. Just a few months now, we're almost there. I seriously cannot wait for it to start. I'm just on the edge of my seat right now thinking about it, and it's not starting for a while, so that's the bad news, but at least we can talk about it. So I'm doing another prediction video. These have been doing so well. I thought I would do another one for the awards. I did MVP, I did Rookie of the Year, and now I'm going to do Defensive Player of the Year, which is the next one in line. So let's get into this just right off the bat. I don't want to waste any time here talking about other stuff. So at number 5 for Defensive Player of the Year candidates, I would say I would go with Hassan Whiteside. Now, y'all might be thinking that Hassan Whiteside should be higher than this. Whiteside is a premier defensive player. He led the league in blocks last year. Incredible block numbers. That's just what he does. That's who he is. He's an incredible shot blocker, but there are a couple knocks on Hassan Whiteside in terms of this award. I mean, you should be on a good team. If you want to win this award, your team should be a good defensive team. If you win this award, it means you're a defensive anchor. It means you make your team better on defense. Now, I don't know how good the Heat are going to be defensively next year. That's why he's not that high, because they might be shitty defensively. They don't have much of a team now, especially if Chris Bosh decides he's not playing next season, or if he can't for, his health reasons. So that's why there's a couple question marks with Whiteside. Also, the fact that Whiteside is not the perfect defensive player. Whiteside is a great help defender, but he's not necessarily a great post defender or one-on-one defensive player. If you have a guy like DeMarcus Cousins against Whiteside, he might not be as successful as if he's defending a drive against a guy like John Wall or Russell Westbrook that comes into the lane so that he can be there to change shots and block shots, because that's what he does best. He's a great help defender. Nearly all of his blocks come off of help defense, which is why he's not the perfect defensive player. He's just a great shot blocker. Those two things, defensive players and shot blockers, are not the same thing. In order to be a defensive player, you don't have to be a great shot blocker and vice versa. So, how about number 4? Whiteside checks in at number 5. Number 4, I'm going to go with Warriors forward Draymond Green, who's been in the media quite a bit this summer, and Green is known as a premier defensive player, an all-around player, a very versatile player as a 6'7" power forward that can do all things on the basketball court. And Green is a great defender. His team is going to be great next season, but I just don't know how big of a role he's going to play on that team, especially with Kevin Durant coming in. That's why I'm not sure where he should rank. I know he should be top 4, but other than that, I'm just not so sure. The next 3 guys I think have a better chance because I think they can have a bigger impact than him, and the expectations are already so high for Golden State. I'm really not sure how they're going to impress people, with a lineup, a roster like this. We already know they're going to be good. At number 3, I'm going with Utah Jazz center Rudy Gobert. Gobert is 7'3", defensive-minded center who is going to be playing for one of the up-and-coming teams next season. I predicted the Jazz would be 4th in the Western Conference standings at the end of next season, and a big part of that should be towards Rudy Gobert. Their starting lineup as a whole is great, especially defensively, and he is the best defensive player on that team because he's a shot changer. He's huge, he's smart, he blocks shots. He does it all defensively, and he's going to be on a great defensive team, a great defensive player. He should be in the running for that award, and he was this year actually too. It's just, the team wasn't good enough. They didn't even make the playoffs. I think that's why he didn't win the award. At number 2, I'm going with Los Angeles Clippers center DeAndre Jordan. You knew he had to be on here. DeAndre Jordan is the best defensive center in the NBA. I'm just going to say it because I believe it's true. DeAndre Jordan, it's really between Jordan and Whiteside. But what Jordan has over Whiteside is he's just a better defensive player than Hassan Whiteside is. Whiteside is a better shot blocker. This is true. But the amount of shots that DeAndre Jordan changes with his sheer athleticism and strength, that should count for more than it does. And DeAndre Jordan has a better defensive rating. His team is better defensively because of him. He has a bigger impact on his teams defensively. He's so good on that side of the ball. He might as well win the award, if it weren't for this number 1 guy who is the unquestioned best defensive player in the game. And it's even crazier part about it is that he's not even a big man. Usually the big men are the best defensive players, but no. Kawhi Leonard of the San Antonio Spurs is an absolute monster on this end of the floor. You can't even measure what he does. It starts with the length, the athleticism, the mindset. He's the smartest defender I've ever seen. He gets steals in ways that you couldn't even imagine. He blocks shots. He locks down superstars. He is the perfect defensive player for any guard, forward, whoever you need to defend. Put him on him, and he should do as good of a job as anyone you could ever think of. With 2 defensive player awards already, this guy could go down as the greatest defensive player of all time when his career is said and done. That's Kawhi Leonard. This has been my Defensive Player of the Year predictions for the 2016-17 NBA season. If y'all want to see more of this, like it up. Comment suggestions in the comments of what you want to see, and subscribe. I'm going to be doing more of these probably for the other awards. And a little note at the end of this, my video tonight is epic. Please check it out when it comes out. I'll leave an annotation in the video when it's out for you to see it, because it's going to be fucking sick. So, without further ado, this has been Kid Taj. I'm out. Thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.